6-6 TV. Kevin and Elton coming at you after a Raptors loss. Raptors picking up a loss in Miami. Tough game, Kevin. Really tough game. What was that?
It was extremely frustrating. Couldn't hit a shot. We were playing good defense. I think we held them to finish what they finished, 84 points. So,
Yeah.
I mean, you're doing it on the defensive end. Spolster's doing his thing with his zone, whatever. He's basically saying hit shots and you could beat us. And we have our worst shooting tonight. So, anyways, very frustrating game. Wish more guys hit some open shots. We had more than our fair share of it, and it was just frustrating. We should have won. We had a chance to at least win that game late. Some timely errors, I feel like Nurse's timeout. Should have called the timeout. He did. I don't know what you were thinking there. 8-0 run. They go up 9. We were within 1. I don't know what happened. That little minute and a half, whatever. But
You know what? In defense of Nurse, I'll say this much. I think he has enough faith in some of the key guys like Freddie, Kyle, to be run stoppers. We saw that in the Golden
defend
State
that play,
series.
man. Don't defend the play. He should have called the timeout. It was a bad idea.
But out of 10 times, I got faith that the Raptors will stop a run like that, like 7 out of the 10 times. So I'll play the odds
I'll
on.
tell you a guaranteed way to stop it. Timeout. Timeout.
You know what? Actually, Spolster. Anytime we hit a 3, I saw him call a timeout every single time after we hit a 3. Okay, 6 for 43. Officially, the worst 3-point shooting night in franchise history is what I'm told from the Twitterverse. Any concerns for you moving forward? Or is this just a stinker of a night?
The only concern I have is it was weird. You watch that game and guys are getting the ball and they're not stepping into their shot. They're looking around, they're ready to pass it, and it's getting into these late clock situations. So to me, when I watch a game like that, it's a confidence thing for me where guys don't want to shoot the ball, and that's what I got out of it. I felt like usually we would get some of those passes and step right into a 3, especially Freddie and Kyle, and we were looking to give it up. Everybody was just looking to pass it up, except Ibaka. Ibaka was getting it down low on the post and going to work, but everybody else didn't seem like they wanted to shoot the ball.
And I think it got into their heads a bit, and it just kind of kept piling up and up and up. A bit of a mental block more than anything. The shots look good. I mean, there's out of the 43, 30 of them look to be wide open shots that they just missed. So yeah, I mean, okay, zone D. Is that a concern for you? Is that something that's going to stop the Raptors' offensive schemes or not?
No, I don't think so. I mean, the good thing about Nurse is he can adjust, right? So I think this is going to be a learning for him. But again, it's tough to say because we had the worst shooting night, right? We hit those shots. They're going to have to change their schemes too if we start hitting some of those shots. So, I mean, if we're not hitting our shots, you could stick to that game plan, which is what they did.
Yeah, I mean, I'm okay. If he tries it again with our full squad on a different night, I think we're good. We're still, top 5 in 3-point shooting? So a bit of a risky play from his part to do that to a top 5 team, to essentially play zone and leave those gaps open out to the perimeter. Steady Freddie. Freddie hasn't been steady since he came back. Is he? I don't want to put him in the same bracket as playoff Powell because he started the year so positively. What do you want to see out of him in the next 5 games?
I want to see him get a little bit more confidence in his shot. I mean, the last 2 games he's been terrible, at least from a shooting perspective, and even defensively, I haven't seen much from him. I mean, look at Lowry. Every time you see Lowry on the floor, even with a minute left in the game, he's taking a charge. You don't really get that from Freddie, so we rely on his shot. And if he's not shooting, then what is he doing for us? I mean, we were ready to pay this guy 25-30 million a few games ago, and yeah, he deserves that money, but he's got to show it on a consistent basis. His consistency the last 2 games for me has gone out the window. Don't know where it went, but he needs to get it back. We're going to win.
That's fair. All right, next man up. Who's going to step up with this team, man? Who is going to play the Siakam role of last year? Stars have been out through periods of the season. There's been opportunities for OG. There's been opportunities for Norm. There's been opportunities for lots of people to kind of stand out and really take the bull by the horns and in this time. Is it Norm that is going to step up and be that guy to really elevate his game this year, or is there anyone else that kind of pops out?
No, for me it's Norm, and unfortunately he's not here. He's injured, and don't know when he's getting back. But for me, it's Norm. I think at the beginning of the year, everybody said it's OG, but he's just not consistent, and I think it's a confidence thing for him. He doesn't really realize how good he is. He could do a lot more than he does. And he needs to be more aggressive in the paint. But I think it's Norm. It would be Norm. He was, almost in full stride and then gets hurt, unfortunately. But for me, it's still Norm if he can come back and get back in form before he left.
Yeah, I'm also very not very, but I'm disappointed in OG's ability to really take his game to the next level. I don't know, he's shown little spurts of it this year. A couple of games here and there, but I want to see some 20-plus games from him this year. He's fully capable, and if he puts in the work, I think he's got all the tools physically to get to the level. Okay, all-star votes. We're out of time. We'll go through this quickly. Siakam in third, so I think that means he should start if he maintains that position in the East. Kyle Lowry in eighth place in the guards category.
Yeah, everybody start voting, please. Like for Lowry to be an eighth is so disrespectful. I mean, I know he was injured, but before he was injured, the guy was averaging 25 points, came back, had a bad 2 games, and then doing his thing again. I mean, you're putting like 2 Boston guards ahead of Kyle Lowry, and one of them is Jaylen Brown. Really? Like, come on. And then you got Zach LaVine ahead of him. Oh, it was disappointing to see that he's an eighth. But again, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. But that's ridiculous.
I just saw Derrick Rose is in fourth. That's madness.
Yes.
That's absolute madness. So hopefully it changes. Usually the way this works, as I've seen the last couple of years, Canadians give the Raptors a massive push the last week or so. So I think Kyle should definitely be in there. Freddie is nowhere in sight. Bradley Beal is in ninth. Trae Young. If anyone should get on this All-Star team with being on a bad team, it should be Bradley Beal. He's had a monster season compared to.
Well, Trae, you don't like Trae. Oh, you're not a Trae Young fan. I already know.
No. Listen, the day they flipped Trae Young for Doncic, their franchise will be forever tainted with that stake. So I'm sorry for Atlanta fans. They should have just kept Doncic. All right, we're way over. Next game is against Brooklyn. Another tough game. Hopefully the boys can then pull it out. What's on the horizon for the guys coming back? Any reports lately today that indicate anyone coming back or no?
No, I haven't seen anything on timelines for return, which is not good. Except Oladipo's coming back sometime this week for Indiana.
Right. So Raptors, I think, stay in fifth. Very, very tight from all the way from second to sixth. So those positions can change really quickly through 2 or 3 games for anybody really over the next couple weeks. All right. We will see you after the Brooklyn game, and we will be outside Scotiabank again for the Portland game on Jan 7th. Good night. God bless.
Peace.